The economic survey is the report card of the government, prepared by the government, presented to the government. On a lighter note, ladies and gentlemen, this document is doing rounds on internet and is going to do rounds on internet for the couple of days. What is this economic survey? Essentially, it is the report of what the government did in the last 1 year, starting from budget of last year, and what it intends to do in the coming years. It speaks about good GDP numbers, good GDP growth rate, good inflation numbers. It says that it has tamed the inflation to an all-time low of around 1.7% of CPI since the CPI numbers came in. And I also found something very important here. It speaks about conditional subsidies to various sectors of the society. It speaks about the algo trading risks. It also speaks about the qualitative aspects, like whether free data or cheap data, whether it's a boon or a bane for the country like ours. It also speaks about fast food, the way it affects the health of the nation. Having said all of this, we need to understand what is there in between the lines. Essentially, it speaks about a lot of good things that the country has done wonderfully in the way the investments are happening. It is saying that we are going in the line of 5 trillion economy. It's very not very far to reach. But the biggest question that comes to my mind is the GDP because of the consumers' consumption, the people's consumption, or because of government spending. If the government says that the GDP of our country is growing at the rate of 7.1%, and we are also projecting a growth rate of 6.8% to 7.1% for India, what about the per capita income? What about the per capita GDP? What about the consumption of individual household? What about the increase in the salary of people? What about the increase in the income of small businesses? Essentially, what I think of economic survey, it is actually a narrative set by the government for the launch of a very big document, a great document in another one day, that is the budget of 2026. Keep that in mind. And before I sign off, I'm going to show you something very important. This is Gutka. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about Kott-nomics.